municipality जब पता है
Hare Krishna. So today we will start our Parikrama from Kokilavana to Sheshashayee. We have been to Kokilavana, where we have seen the Lordship has blessed Shanidev to stay there and take whatever affliction he has in the chart of human beings. And whoever takes darshan of him will get rid of his malefic effects. So when we start further from Sheshashayee to from Kokilavana to Sheshashayee, then there are different places where they have the birthplaces of Ashtasakhis. So when we start from Kokilavana, the first place we visit, that is Ajnav. And this place belongs to Sri Vishakha Devi, who is one of the prominent Sakhi amongst the Ashtasakhis of Srimati Radhika. Her father was Pavanagopa and her mother was Srimati Devadani. And Vishakha ji is very prominent amongst the Ashtasakhis. As we can see, wherever there is a deities of Shri Radha, Krishna and Lalita Vishakha. Vishakha is always on the left-hand side of the Radharani. And this place, Ajnok, is also known as Ajnok because once Lord Sri Krishna, he anointed Radharani's eyes with the Anjana, means Kajal. And that pastime happened here in this particular place. So this place is known as Ajnok. Then when we move from here, there is one more place which is known as a Vijavari. And this particular place, when Akrurji, he was taking away Krishna Balaram from Nandagram to Mathura to take part in the Shivadhanu Yagya. That time, this particular place, gopis were lamented like anything. And their lamentation was so intense that it seems like there is a lightning in the sky. The whole sky is full of clouds and everywhere there is a thundering and lightning. So generally, this kind of a scenario is called as a Vidyuta Punja. And Apabhransha of that Vidyut Punja is Vijavari. So this place is known as a Vijavari because of that incident. So when we move further, then we reach at next village, which is known as a Parso. Because at this place, Krishna promised all the gopis that he will be back by Parso, means day after tomorrow. He will finish all his work in Mathura and will be coming back to Vrindavan or Nandagram. And he promised this place, that's why this place is known as Parso. When we go further from there, there is one more place known as a Kamai. And this is the birthplace of Srimati Vishakha. Ajnaut is the place where she used to stay with her husband after her marriage. And Kamai is the place where she took a birth in Vrajamandal. So the next place when we go, that is Karehal, and it is the birthplace of Lalita ji. And even Chandravali, who used to be a cousin of Srimati Radharani and daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu's younger brother Chandrabhanu, she used to stay in this village. And her husband was Govardhan Malla, and she used to be a cousin of Srimati Radharani. In this particular place, actually, the Padma, one of the Sakhis of Chandravali, she used to make all arrangements for the meeting of Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani at this particular place. Then when we move further from this Kerala, then there is one place called as a Ludhavali. And it is explained in Radha Krishna Ganoj Dipika that this place, Lalita ji made arrangement for the first meeting of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. And when they saw each other, they got attracted to each other so intensely. And in Sanskrit, this attraction they called Lubdha. And Lubdha means when one gets totally enchanted and gets attracted to someone. That particular thing is called as a Lubdha. So they become Lubdha at this particular place. And in Vrajamandal they call Lubdha. So this place is known as a Ludhavali. And on the north side of this village, there is a Lalita Kund, where they have a wonderful deities of Shri Lalita Bihari ji. And when we move further from here, when we reach at one place which is known as Pisai or Pyasai. Once their lordship and their friends, they were grazing their cows and they came to this particular place. And that time Lord Krishna felt so much thirsty. And he was looking here and there for the water. Then he looked at Balramji and he asked him, "I'm thirsty, can you get some water for me?" And Balaramji, immediately he ran and he got some water for Krishna. And after drinking that water, Krishna felt satisfied. His thirst got quenched. And this place, Lord Krishna became thirsty. And he said, as in Vrajamandal they said, that Pyasai, Pyasai. So this place is known as a Pisai. Means I have become thirsty. So there is a beautiful Kadamba forest, and there is one kunda known as a Krishna Kunda, and one more beautiful kunda is there which is known as a Vishaka Kunda. So they have two different kundas here at this particular place. When we move further from here, then we go to it is said that at this particular place, Nanda Maharaja's elder brother, who is known as Upananda, he used to stay. And Upananda is one of the ministers of Nanda Maharaj, because he is very wise and intelligent and elderly person. So he used to be an advisor for Nanda Baba. And for him, Nanda Baba and Nanda Lala, both are like his life and soul. They were very dear to him and he used to love them like anything. And he used to take care of all their facilities. He is always cautious about their health. They can get everything at proper time. And he has one son. His name was Subhadra. Lord Krishna used to accept him as his own elder brother. He used to adore him like that. And Subhadra was also a very good astrologer. And he used to protect Nandalala from difficult calamities. He used to take care of him. And his wife's name was Indalata. She was very friendly to their lordship. And they used to have many jokingly conversations. Has Parihasa they used to do. And she was knowing that Lala loves Srimati Radharani. And for that she used to make arrangements so that they can meet to each other. And specifically as on the order of Srimati Yashoda, She used to go to Jabat and she used to escort Radharani from Jabat to Nandagaon so she can come and cook for Nandalala. And again, after cooking, she used to get her back to Jabat. So this way, Upananda was the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj, and his son and his daughter-in-law, both they used to render service to Nanda Maharaj as well as Nandalala. So this is the place where they used to stay. So next place is Sankhi, or sometimes they call it as a Sankhi also. This particular place, when Shankachuda saw that Krishna is engaged in doing Rasalila with gopis, he saw that and he got attracted to those gopis and he was thinking, what this coward boy is doing here? All these beautiful damsels are meant for me. So he came there and grabbed some gopis and he started running from them. On top of that, he grabbed Srimati Radharani and he was carrying her. So when Krishna heard that Radharani is calling him, Krishna asked Balaramji, please take care of this rest of the gopis and I will look after Shankachuda. And he ran behind and caught Shankachuda and smashed him with one of his fists that he fell down and dead. The Lord Krishna took out the money that Shankachuda used to carry on his head and he gave it to Balaramji. On his turn, Balaramji gave that money to Dhanishta. And Dhanishta gave that money to Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani took that and with awe and reverence, she kept that with her. In this Sankhi, there is a Ramakund, which is known as a Ramatala. And further when we walk, then we will reach at Kshatravan. And now it is known as a Chhata. At this place, Lord Krishna performed very wonderful pastime here. Once all the cowherd boys and Lord Krishna, they went there and they were herding cows there. All of a sudden they thought that they should perform one drama. And then they made arrangement. They got one big golden throne and they asked Lord Krishna to sit on that. And when he sat on that, they got done the Abhishek ceremony for him. And they declared, from today, Krishna is the Chhatrapati of whole Vraja. He is the king of this Vraja, no one else. So his order should be followed and his words should be followed by each and every one. Then that time Balaramji sat next to him on his left hand side, the minister of Chhatrapati Vrindavan Chandra Nandakumar, and Sri Rama was holding umbrella on Lord Krishna's head. Arjuna was doing chamber and Madhumangal was enacting as a joker, Vidusha. He was doing different activities to please Krishna. Then Subhahu and Vishal, they became as a subject. They became as a Prajajan of that kingdom of Lord Krishna. And Subala was offering him tambul. He was standing with the plate of tambul. Then, through Madhumangala, they declared, go Madhumangala and tell that Sri Krishna is the Chhatrapati of Vraja and the gopis are stealing flowers from his garden. So they are liable for the punishment. So get all the gopis together and punish them for that. So like that, Krishna used to perform different wonderful activities and pastimes there. And that's why this place, which is known as a Kshatravana. And there are two beautiful kundas. One kunda belongs to Suryadev, so it's known as the Surya Kunda, and another is Chandra Kunda. And on the bank of Chandrakunda, there is a nice temple of Dauji. Most of the places in Nandagram, they are having deities of Dauji. So when we walk further from here, there is one place which is known as a Umarao. Now at Chhatravan, they installed Lord Krishna as the king of Vraja, Chhatrapati of Vraja. And when they started punishing gopis for stealing flowers, Lalitaji got angry because Lalitaji considered as the elder than both Radha Krishna. So they used to follow her order. And being the eldest amongst all the gopis, she took action. So what she did, at this particular place, they brought one gold throne and they made Srimati Radhika sat on that and they performed Abhisheka for her. And they coronated her as the queen of Vraja, Vrajeshwari. So Srimati Radharani, when she became the Vrajeshwari, all these Sakhis, they started performing different services to her. Like Lalita Sakhi sat on her lap and became her minister. Vishaga started offering chamels to her. Chitra was holding umbrella on her head. And then they announced that all the gopis should go and attack all the gopas and catch them and bring them back in front of Srimati Radharani. So all the gopis, they made the sticks of different flowers, flower sticks they made. And with the flower sticks and flower wells, ropes, they went, they chased away all the gopas, and most of the prominent Dwadasha Gopalas, they caught them and they tied them with that flower bells and brought them in front of Krishna. And then there was a wonderful conversation between Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. And they started arguing and putting forward their own arguments to prove that how one among them is superior. And ultimately, Lord agreed that he is not the king of Vraja, but Srimati Radharani is the queen of Vraja. And he is also subservient to Srimati Radharani. And this is the place where Purnamasi, she also coronated Srimati Radharani as a queen. So this place is known as a Umarao and also known as a Radhasthali. There is a nice kunda which is known as the Kishori Kunda, where Lokanath Goswamiji used to perform his bhajan. And Shri Radha Vinodji appeared from this kunda for Sri Lokanath Goswami, and who Lokanath Goswami worshipped them for a long time. As every day we sing this Guru Vandana, actually that Guru Vandana is meant for Lokanath Goswami, because his disciple was Narottam Das Goswami, who wrote that song for his spiritual master, for Lokanath Goswami. And Sri Lokanath Goswami was the first among the Goswamis to be sent to Vrindavan from Bengal by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for fulfilling his mission of excavating the lost pastime places of Vrindavan and to establish the temples of worship in Vrindavan. Lokanath Goswami would stay in secluded place on the banks of Kishori Kund in Hadirvan and perform his bhajan constantly. One day, Krishna personally appeared in the form of a Brahmana in the secluded forest of Hadirvan and approached Lokanath Goswami. He put a beautiful deities in the hands of Lokanath Goswami and then these appeared. And these were the deities of Shri Radha Vinod. Then the deities, Shri Radha Vinod, spoke to Lokanath Goswami. I have been living in this forest for a very, very long time, waiting for you. I knew the desire of your heart is to worship me in my deity form. Therefore, I have personally come to you. So, now I am very hungry. Please bring me some food. And when Loknath Goswami heard this, his heart flooded in ecstasy and he wept tears uncontrollable. He went to the nearby village and got some grains, fruits and roots by begging and cooked a big feast for the deities. Then he collected flowers and prepared a bed of flowers on the ground for the deities and put them to the rest by massaging their lotus feet. With eyes filled with the tears of love, he would prepare fan made up of leaves or feathers and fan to the Lord of his life. And in this way, he used to perform loving service to Sri Sri Radha Vinod in Khadirvan, saturated with his pure devotion. He sewed a cloth bag which served as the mobile temple for Sri Sri Radha Vinod. He would carry Sri Sri Radha Vinod with him wherever he would go. Because that time they were not having any temples or any ashrams. That whole Vraja was just like a small thorny forest, small bushes. Somewhere they used to have a kadamba tree like that. So wherever he used to go, he used to carry their lordship in a cloth bag around his neck. So when later he shifted to Vrindavan, as per the request of Srila Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, then he came to Vrindavan along with Sri Sri Radha Vinod. So these are the beautiful deities of Sri Sri Radha Vinod ji who appeared themselves to take service from Loknath Goswami. So Loknath Goswami is a Manjari from the spiritual world, one of the principal Manjaris of Sri Vrindavan. But he performed his Leela of being such a humble, sincere and dedicated Vaishnava. On hearing his pastime, our heart should cry. Loknath Goswami would have lived for years and years with Mahaprabhu in Puri and Bengal as an intimate associate. But Mahaprabhu ordered him to go and stay in Vrindavan, so he went and stayed there. It was an austerity for him to stay away from Mahaprabhu, but he took the orders of his Guru and Krishna as his life and soul. Not his heart's desire. That is Loknath Goswami. So, if someone wants to progress in spiritual life, he should follow the footsteps of Acharyas as they have done. And he got only one disciple, and that is Narottam Das Goswami. And we know who is Narottam Das Goswami. He is one amongst the prominent Acharya who spread out this Gaudiya mission all over the Bengal. And even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that I can give you Krishna Bhakti or Krishna Prema in 4 annas. People used to surprise how one can get Krishna Bhakti in 4 annas. Then he used to say, go to the market, buy 2 books. One book costs 2 annas. One is Prema Bhakti Chandrika and second is Prarthana. That is written by Narottam Das Thakur. Whoever reads these books, definitely he will attain Krishna Prema. That was the intensity of love explained in this particular songbooks. And Narottam Das Thakur was the disciple of Loknath Goswami. So when we walk further from Umarao, we will reach towards Dhanashinga. Dhanashinga is the place where Dhanishta Sakhi used to stay there. And who is from Krishna's side? She is known as a Krishna Pakshiya. Because all other Sakhis, they were from Radharani's side. All Gopis, they were from. But Dhanishta used to be from Krishna's side. Because she used to render her service at the Nanda Baba's place. And she used to assist Yashoda Maya for cooking and other household works. And prominent service that she used to render to their lordship, that being a messenger. She used to carry message from Lord Krishna and she used to give it to Srimati Radharani. And she used to make arrangement so that this couple can meet with each other. So when we'll go further from Dhanashinga, we will reach to Kosi, previously which was known as the Kushasthali. And this place is known for a wonderful kundas around there. There is a Gomati Kunda, there is a Baladev Kunda also. And there used to be a very beautiful Kadamba Khandi or Kadamba forest. And there Lords Shri Radha Krishna, they used to perform wonderful pastimes. They used to jokingly talk to each other, sometimes tease each other. So there is a wonderful conversation once happened there, where Srimati Radharani repeatedly asked Sri Krishna, Ko Asi? In Sanskrit, Ko Asi means, who are you? And from that, this place got a name as a Ko Asi. So first she asked, Ko Asi, who are you? And Lord replied, I am Krishna. In Sanskrit, Krishna means a black snake. And she said, I don't want a black snake here. This snake may be poisonous, and if he bites me, I will get killed. I will die. So please go away from here. Then Lord, from the outside again he said, oh my dear, I am Ghanashyam. She again from the inside she said, who are you, Ghanashyam? The black cloud? I don't want to see that black cloud. Already my courtyard is very nice. And if you come and pour the rain here, then it will become a muddy and will be difficult for me to go out and play. So please go away from here. I don't want to see it. Then Lord said, oh my dear, try to understand, I am Chakri. The Chakri means person who holds Sudarshan Chakra in his hand, or the Chakrapani. But here Radharani took the other meaning of that Chakri. Chakri means person who makes these earthen pots. She said, I don't have any marriage ceremony or any other samskaras in our house, or we have any celebration that you have come along with the water pots. We don't want anything. If something is there, I will let you know and then you can come and deliver it. But right now you go from here. Then Lord said, my dear, you try to understand, I am Madhusudan. She said, Madhusudan? Even bumblebees, they are also known as a Madhu. So she said, there are no flowers here. And I am having some flowers on my head. In my bread, my hairs are nicely decorated with the different flowers. You may come and bite me, so it's better that you should go away from here. And we don't have any sort of a honey here, which you can take away. So, no need, you just go away from here. Then Lord said, Hari, try to understand, I am Sri Hari, I am Hari. Hari has another two meanings. Hari means monkey also and Hari means lion also. Then she said, I am afraid of Hari, monkey and lion, because both they can scratch me. If they attack me, they will scratch me on my face or my body. So I don't want to be with them. Just get lost from here. Go away from here. Like that, there is a long conversation. In different ways, Lord was telling his one by one name and she was just cutting it off and taking another meaning and just twisting it out. And ultimately then Lord says, it's me, your servant. And then she came out. Oh, that's you. And because every time she asked Kosi, Kosi, so this place is known as a Kosi. So when we walk further from this Kosi, there is a place called Ranavadi. This place actually is well known for the very intimate conjugal pastimes for their lordship. Lord Sri Krishna's one name is Manamatha. Manamatha, Manamatha. Manamatha means Cupid. And Manamatha means Lord Sri Krishna, who can churns the mind of Cupid even. Because he excels in beauty. And Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. His beauty he can attract the crores of Kandarpas. They can get attracted to him. So he is known as a Manamatha, who can charm the mind of, who can get attracted, or Cupid can get attracted by his beauty, or whose beauty can churn the mind of Cupid. So Srimati Radhika is known as a Mahabhava Swarupa, or Madan Mohana Mohini. Lord Krishna is Madan Mohan, who can attract Madan or Cupid, and Srimati Radharani is Madana Mohana Mohini. She can attract the mind of Lord Krishna, who is Madan Mohan. And they used to perform very intimate pastime here. And this place is known as a Ranavadi. Then there is the next place which is known as a Nari Semari. The actual name of this place is Kinnari Shamari, where one of the Yutheshwari, the leader of Gopi's group, she used to stay there, and her name was Shamala Sakhi. Once what happened, Srimati Radharani got very much angry, and to just pacify her, all the gopis, all the sakhis, manjaris, they tried by their different ways to pacify her, to calm her, but she was not ready to. Then they called Lalita ji. And Lalita understood what she needs is the companion or is the association of Krishna. So she sent a message to their lordship. Srimati Radharani is a bit angry and you have to come and console her, pacify her. So Lord, what he did, he put on the garments of Gopi and he became Shamari, a beautiful Gopi. And he came along with his Veena. And now he is a she. So she, Shamari or Shamala Sakhi, she started playing on her Veena. As she was playing beautiful ragas on the Veena, Srimati Radharani felt such an intense separation from their lordship. And her mana, or that sulkiness, gone away. And she became so happy with this Shamala Sakhi or Shamari, Radharani took out the necklace from her neck and she wanted to present it to the Shamari. So she went close to her. And as she was trying to catch her hand, Shamari immediately stopped singing and she said, if you are really pleased, then I don't want this necklace, but you just give me your own color. And then Srimati Radharani understood. He is none other than Krishna. Only he can ask such a thing. No one else can do that. And she got up, caught her hands and dragged towards her and made her sit next to her. And then all the Sakhis, with a wonderful way, they performed rasa there. And Srimati Radharani got pacified there. So right now this place is known as a Nari Semari, but actual name of this place is Kinnari Shamari. There they have two kundas. One is Kishori Kunda and second is Sankarshan Kunda. On the bank of this Sankarshan Kunda, they have a nice temple of Baladevji. So when we go further, there is a place known as a Khadirvan, or right now it is known as a Khairo. Khadirvan is one of the forests where Krishna would often bring his cows for herding. Krishna and Balramji, along with all the Gopas, have performed many playful pastimes in this forest of Khadirvan. Here at Khadirvan, Krishna killed a gigantic buck demon, Bakasura. There are two kundas. One is Sangam Kunda, which is also known as a Madhurya Kunda. The meeting place of Krishna and the gopis is also situated in Khadirvan. At the Sangam Kunda, Krishna and the gopis would perform Rasa Leela and many other extraordinary pastimes. Khadirvan is a place where Loknath Goswami and sometimes Garba Goswami also would perform their bhajan or devotional practices. So at this place, Krishna used to bring his cows and they used to play around here. And once, Kansa sent one demon who was known as the Bakasura, whom Krishna killed immediately. As per the Krishna Samhita, book written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where he gives explanation about the demons who were killed by Krishna in Vrindavan or his Gocharan Leela. All these demons, they represent one of our anartha in heart. So this Bakasura, he represents the demoniac anartha of deceptive behavior, that is duplicity and hypocrisy. It is a great demon that kills our propensity of loving service to Krishna. A devotee should be very honest, truthful, and very simple at heart. Without simplicity and truthfulness, love and trust cannot develop within any society. So we must take shelter of Krishna and his holy names to kill this tendency of deceptiveness, duplicity, and hypocrisy within our hearts. Sometimes people, they ask, we are chanting for so long, but still we are not getting rid of so many things. Why? Because we are not working on these anarthas. Or sometimes we don't know that these anarthas are there in our heart. And that's why it is necessary to keep engage our mind always in reading. If you read, you will start contemplating on that, then you will come to know that where is what and how much we have to go along. So, what prayer one can offer at this particular place? When generally we go to any holy place or any Leela Stali of the Lord, we remember particular pastime of the Lord. And after remembering that, when we offer prayer, then what should be our prayer? What should we pray there? So here, one of our ISKCON sannyasi, he gave once lecture, and he said, what should be our prayer when we go to this Khadirvan? He was telling that Bakasura, the demon killed by Krishna in Khadirvan, represents the anartha of hypocrisy, duplicity and deceptive behavior. It is a great demon that kills our propensity of loving service to Krishna. And then he quoted Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explaining that the first quality of a real Vaishnava is simplicity. And simplicity means without duplicity, without a second agenda. A Vaishnava doesn't speak one thing and does another thing. He doesn't speak things to deceive people for his own selfish purposes. Deception is an expression of false ego. One must be honest, simple, and truthful. So at Khadirvan, we should pray that we can chant the names of Krishna with such sincerity and serve the Vaishnavas with such a care that the demon of hypocrisy, duplicity, and deceitfulness can forever be vanquished from our hearts. Also, we should pray that the sweet, beautiful pastimes of Radha Krishna be forever manifest in our hearts. So these are the prayers that one can offer there at Khadirvan. So further, there are few places like Bhaktar. It is the exact place where Krishna killed a Bakasura, where he broke the peak of that Bakasura and threw it here. Then there is a place called Nyochak. This is the place where Lord used to take his lunch. When they come here for grazing cows, and after killing demon, he used to come and sit here and take his lunch. Then further there is a one more place which is known as a Bhandgor. The actual meaning of that place was Bhandara Graha. It used to be the Nanda Maharaja's Bhandara Graha, means storage house, where they used to stock their grains and all eatables. When further we keep walking, then we'll reach at the place known as a Khanpur. After Phag Purnima or Phag Holi, when they used to play Holi and get tired, they used to sit at this place and used to enjoy all the food ingredients or different items, delicious preparation that gopis had made for them, and they used to have wonderful taste of them here. From there, when we go further, there is a place which is known as a Baithan. Baithan means place where people used to sit. So here, where Nanda Baba and his elder brother and all the Gopas, they used to sit and they used to assemble, and in that assembly they used to discuss about what are the things we can do so that can facilitate Krishna and other his cow herd friends who goes every day for grazing their cows. How wonderfully can be taken their care. They used to discuss about that. So from further there, another 2 miles when we walk, there is a place which is known as the Badkhor. This place, there are two important things. One is Charana Ganga. There is a small kund. They say that when Lord Krishna used to get tired, he used to sit there and Gopas used to wash his feet. And that place has become a place. They said that Ganga has come there. Because Ganges is the manifestation of Lord's of water that has washed Lord's lotus feet. And there is another place called Charan Pahadi. Because on the top of that Pahadi, we can find the lotus footprint of Sri Krishna, Sri Dauji, other Gopa boys and cows. So this place is known as a Charan Pahadi. When we walk further from there, there is one place called Rasauli. This place is between Charan Pahadi and Kamar or Sheshashayee, where Lord performed Sharadiya Ras Leela with the gopis. Then there is a place called Kamar. Actually, this is the place which is in between Sheshashayee and Nandagaon, or Ral. So Lord used to come and stand here, and he used to eagerly waiting to meet Srimati Radharani. And he had so intense desire to meet her that all the desperate or intense desire that he had to meet her, that he used to express here. That's why this place is known as a Kamar. There they have a Gopi Kund, Gopi Jalavihar, Hari Kund, Mohan Kund, and temple of Mohanji. And there is a temple of Durvasa Muni also. From Kamar, when we walk further, there is a place called Basosi. Actually, all these places, these are the apabhranshas of real names. Actual Vasa means Sugandha. This place is so fragrant that whenever gopis used to come there, they used to get enchanted with that fragrance, because that fragrance was as same as the fragrance of Lord Krishna's body. When Lord used to be with them, what a fragrance they used to get, that same fragrance they used to get in this place. And that's why this place is known as the Baswasi. Then, when we go further from there, then there is another vana which is known as a Chameli Vana. Or other name of that vana is Gulal Vana. There is a village which is known as a Bhulan Van village. If you come out of Kokilavana village and walk on the railway tracks and come to this forest, here there are high chances of getting lost because of the dense trees. It is one of the thick forest of Kadamba there. And this kind of a booty is very less you can find in whole Vraja. It seems that the branches are swinging on many of these trees. Here there is a Chameli Kund, Shama Kund, Lakshmi Kund, Rama Kund, Lakshman Kund, Hanuman Kund, Gopal Kund, Rasa Kund, etc. And there are many monkeys in this forest. When you pass through this forest, you will reach a place which is known as a Hatona. This village now, previously it used to be a vana, it used to be a big forest, but it is turned into a village now. And in this place particularly, Kamdevji was feeling low, means thata, as he has lost something. What he lost there actually? Because once he saw that Lord Krishna has performed such a wonderful Sharadiya Rasalila, he was thinking that he can deceive Krishna with his arrows. So he came in that mind frame, he wanted to do that. But what happened? When he came there and saw the beauty of gopis and Lord Krishna, all his 5 arrows, they got melted by seeing their beauty. And he himself lost his luster. That's why this place is known as a Hatona. He got defeated. And there are 2 kundas, Kunda known as a Rati Kunda, and the second one is a Harihar Kunda. And from there, when we walk further, then we can see Yamunaji, we can have a darshan of Yamunaji. And further to that, there is a one kunda, which is known as a Sheshashayee pool, or Shirodat Sagar they say, or Kshira Sagar they call it. When you cross this, then you come to the village which is known as a Sheshashayee. Actually, the Sheshashayee village is named after the deity there they are having. And it is said that 5,000 years ago, when Vajranath, he reinstalled all the places of Lord's Leela Stali, that time he installed this deities of Sheshashayee Bhagwan. Once all the Vrajavasis, they requested Krishna that we wanted to see you as a Lakshmi Narayan seated at the Kshirasagar. So please, like that, give us a darshan. So to just fulfill the desire of his friends, Lord manifested himself as a Kshirodat Sagar. He just lay down in this lake, and from his navel that lotus flower came, where he manifested Brahma also. And then they had a nice darshan of Lakshmi Narayana in this Kshirasagar. So in remembrance of this Leela, Vajranath has installed deity of Lakshmi Narayan there. And when Lord wanted to perform this pastime, immediately Balramji expanded himself as a Shesha, and he laid down on that water. The Lord Krishna transformed himself into 4-handed form, Chaturbhuja form, and he laid down on that Shesha. The Mother Lakshmi, she came out of his heart, She manifested from the Srivatsa Chinna and she started massaging his feet. And from his navel, immediately one lotus sprouted, it came up, and on that lotus, Brahmaji manifested. So this way, Lord Krishna manifested the whole form of a Shirodakshay Vishnu in front of all the Vrajavasis. And they got pleased by seeing that form. And this is how we have reached Sheshashayee from Kokilavana to Sheshashayee. Actually, if you walk, it's like 31 kilometers. But we have crossed in 20 minutes only. Sorry, 50 minutes. So this is Kshirasagar, what is presently there. So thank you very much for being with us for this Parikrama. So tomorrow we will start from Sheshashayee to Kshiraghat, and we'll have a nice darshan of Ramaghat and Lord's. We will have a narration of Lord's wonderful pastimes. Hare Krishna.